please stand for the Warren Central High School 2021 graduating class. Please remain standing for the presentation of the colors presented by the Warren Central High School Dragon Battalion Color Guard and the singing of our national anthem by Warren Central's senior choir members. Gentlemen, please remove your caps, and everyone else, place your hand over your heart.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Everyone may be seated. Please welcome to the podium senior class member T. Fung to share a few words with you this afternoon.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, class of 2021. We're here. We're finally here in our silly oversized gowns. You know, it's funny. Shika and I tried on our gowns, and at first we cried because, that's the appropriate reaction. And then we laughed because as a generation, we laughed through everything. No matter the struggles, no matter the heartache, our class was able to laugh. Whether it was through our memes or our dark humor. We jumped through our problems like it was hardcore parkour. We secretly cringed inside when Kahoot revealed our red screens, proving to everyone behind us that we were utter idiots. We screamed TikTok references at the top of our lungs. Dan, Steven. And nothing was more comforting than hearing, "I haven't even started yet," from your classmates. We understood each other like no other class could. After today, we won't see the majority of each other, and that's painful. For many of us, we're leaving those who made us who we are. For the majority of us, we're leaving those who took us from beginning to end. For a lot of us, we're leaving our North Star. Wherever you go, that North Star will only seem to disappear out of sight. But if you simply turn your head, call up that friend or text up that friend, you'll realize that North Star was never gone. You just had to look in the right place. And even better, you realize that there are millions of other stars out there, millions of other souls to connect to. Be open to that. Now, I think I could speak for all of us when I say COVID-19 quarantine was tough. I don't know, and I won't judge anything that any of you guys did during that time, but I think it speaks for itself when I say it be hitting different. In a time that took a lot of our opportunities away from us, we all got closer somehow. We did what I think we do best, talk like nothing happened, like normal, like nothing changed. The show goes on, and that is something no other class can say. Now, this can't be a graduation speech without thanking those who got me here. First, to Mr. Norman, our ever so silly principal, who never failed to give us an enjoyable time. We will always remember those 3 Ps, be positive, productive, and polite. Then, to Mr. Isaacs, for giving us a safe place, a sanctuary for all of our troubles. You were our school dad, a real one. To all of our guidance counselors, for putting up with us several times a week that Autumn and I would show up to your offices with the infinite amount of questions. You gave us the infinite amount of answers. To all of my friends, who loved me and I them unconditionally. To Abel, Evan, and Zach, waiting for us in Texas with a styrofoam. Inside joke, I swear, they're laughing on the other side. You guys got me through some tough times. Even though the toxicity levels were off the chart sometimes, I really do love you guys. And to the whole class of 2021, I wouldn't have wanted to go through this with anyone else. In my opinion, you guys are truly the best, so thank you. A lot has gone on these past 2 years, thus I have one key advice for you guys that is crucial for the future. It is from a song by Matt Mason. These streets are your canvas, baby. This country, it stands upon your beautiful colors and dreams. What does this mean? It is this. It is our obligation to paint this country with our colors. Be unapologetically you and stand up for those who can't. Be loud, be restless, be free. If there's one thing I've learned these years, it's that our laughter is something we take for granted. It's our universal language, our dragon's flame. So class of 2021, remember to keep laughing because there's only one thing left to say. Once a dragon, always a dragon. Keep that North Star bright as always. Congratulations, we made it. Thank you.
Thank you, T. Superintendent Clayton, members of the Board of Education, teachers, staff, parents, friends, and graduates, we welcome you to this special occasion. We are honored and pleased that you are here to help celebrate the graduation of the class of 2021. It is with great pride that we present to you the 191 seniors representing the 2021 graduating class of Warren Central High School. We realize that these graduates are happy and proud of their accomplishments, but we know that the parents, grandparents, and guardians of these seniors are just as proud and thankful to see their child reach this milestone in their lives. Would the parents, grandparents, and guardians of the 2021 graduates please stand and be honored for the help, support, and dedication you have given these young men and women. Thank you. At this time, we would like to recognize all past Warren Central graduates. Would all Warren Central alumni please stand? Thank you. We would also like to recognize those brave men and women that have served our country. If you have served or are currently serving in the armed forces, please stand. Thank you for your service. At this time, I would like to introduce our platform guest. Will you please stand and remain standing when your name is called? Please hold your applause until all platform guests have been introduced. First, the Warren County Public Schools Central Office personnel. Mr. Rob Clayton, Superintendent. Dr. Laura Hudson, Director of Instruction for Secondary Schools. Mr. Kyle Cassidy, Director of Principal Leadership Academy. Mr. Jason Kupchella, Assistant Superintendent and Chief Operations Officer. Ms. Melissa Stefanski, Assistant Superintendent and Chief Academic Officer. Warren Central Guidance Counselors, Ms. Caitlin Blaha, Ms. Emily Comer, Mr. Jason Esters. Warren Central Administration, Mr. Cody Rich, Assistant Principal. Ms. Rita Daniels, Assistant Principal. And Ms. Cheryl Bunton, Dean of Students. Members of the Warren County Board of Education, Mr. Kerry Young, Chairman. Mr. Kevin Jackson. Mr. Lloyd Williford. Ms. Amy Duval. And Mr. Gary Chaffin, Vice Chairman. Thank you. Playing a large part also in the lives of these graduates during their years at Warren Central High School have been the teachers and staff at Warren Central. Would the teachers and staff of Warren Central High School please stand to be recognized? Thank you. Without the hard work and support of Warren County Central Office personnel, teachers, administrators, and other building level staff members would not be able to perform their duties. Would Central Office personnel please stand to be recognized? I would also like to take this time to recognize our feeder school principals for preparing these students for their success that they are experiencing today. Would you please stand as I call your name and hold your applause until I have named everyone. Mr. Jamie Woosley, Principal, Jennings Creek Elementary. Ms. Jennifer Jenkins, Principal, Warren Elementary. Mr. Monty Cassidy, Principal, Rockfield Elementary. Mr. Matt Thornhill, Principal, Natcher Elementary. Ms. Beth Crosland, Principal, Lost River Elementary. And Mr. David Knoll, Principal, Henry F. Moss Middle School. Thank you. I would also like to recognize the Warren Central Choir members who are under the direction of Ms. Brittany Whitlow, and the Warren Central High School JROTC Color Guard under the direction of Senior Army Instructor, Chief Warrant Officer Keith Murphy, and Army Instructor First Sergeant John Hurley. Thank you.
A student's grade point average is calculated every quarter. Students work hard to earn good grades in order to maintain a respectable GPA. The better the GPA, the more keys and scholarship money a student has the potential to earn. With those students that have been identified as part of the top 10, please stand. Thank you. You may be seated. The class of 2021 will graduate 191 students today. Over 35% of the graduates have been awarded one or more scholarships. To date, the graduates of the class of 2021 have been awarded approximately $2.7 million in scholarship money. Will all students receiving a scholarship please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. After high school graduation, students go their separate ways and begin a new chapter in their lives. Some go straight into the workforce, some go to college. And then there are the brave, dedicated young men and women who choose to join the armed forces to safeguard our freedom. Will the members of the class of 2021 who have joined the armed services please stand and be recognized? Thank you and Godspeed. You may be seated. This year, we have one student who has been named an AP Scholar. One earns this distinction by taking at least 3 advanced placement exams and passing those exams with a score of 3 or higher. Will T. Fung please stand and be recognized as an AP Scholar? Thank you. You may be seated.
Membership in the Beta Club is indicative of excellent grades and scholarships. Each of these students is wearing a gold Beta cord to denote their membership. These students have maintained a 3.0 GPA, as well as served our community in a variety of volunteer projects. Will all members of the Beta Club please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. The highest score on the ACT is 36. The following student has received a composite score of over 30 on their ACT. This is quite an accomplishment that puts them in the 30-plus club. Will Shika Sawant please stand and be recognized for joining the 30-plus club? Thank you. You may be seated. Achieving transition readiness is an important component in increasing post-secondary opportunities for graduating seniors. A student can achieve academic readiness by meeting 2 state benchmarks on the ACT exam, earning a B or higher in 2 approved dual credit classes, or scoring a 3 or higher on 2 approved AP exams. A student can achieve career readiness by meeting benchmarks on industry certifications or meeting benchmark on the career and technical education end of program assessment. Our seniors here today have reached a transition ready percentage of nearly 70%. This achievement is a result of their determination, hard work, and dedication. These students are identified by wearing of a silver cord to signify this accomplishment. Would the students who have met transition readiness please stand and be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated.
Students in the College Academy are required to take a rigorous curriculum filled with AP and college courses, maintain a certain GPA, and lead the school with truth, honor, and loyalty. Each student is also required to give back to the community through volunteer work and leadership roles. This year, students in the Academy have volunteered 968 hours at multiple locations in the community. They have completed 124 college courses and earned a total of 402 college credit hours. Warren Central is very proud of everything these students have accomplished during their tenure as a College Academy member, and we are very confident that each of these young men and women will go on to do great things. College Academy students received a special stole at Senior Awards to signify this honor. Will all members of the College Academy please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. It is now my privilege to introduce to you those students who are graduating cum laude. This group of students will be honored with distinction as cum laude by having met at least one ACT benchmark and maintaining a grade point average of 3.4 to 3.59 during their 4 years of high school. Cum laude students received a medallion at Senior Awards Day and are wearing a silver tassel on their cap to signify this honor. Will all cum laude students please stand? Thank you. You may be seated. Students graduating with great distinction are magna cum laude. These students have earned a grade point average of 3.6 to 3.79 and met at least 2 ACT benchmarks. These students received a medallion on Senior Awards Day and are wearing a red tassel on their cap to signify this honor. Magna cum laude students, will you please stand to be recognized? Thank you. You may be seated. Will summa cum laude students please stand? Summa cum laude graduates have earned the honor of highest distinction. These students have maintained a grade point average of 3.8 or higher and met all ACT benchmarks. These students received a glass award on Senior Awards Day and are wearing a gold tassel on their cap to signify this honor. Let's give this outstanding group of students a round of applause. Thank you. You may be seated.
Congratulations, Warren Central High School graduating class of 2021. At Warren Central High School, we pride ourselves on having a rich tradition of both academic and athletic excellence. As a class, you have always been able to rise to meet those expectations. The class of 2021 was met with much adversity over the last 14 months, and they navigated through that seamlessly. Your ability to face challenges and to overcome them will serve you well moving forward beyond high school. You must never lose the ability to believe in yourself and to help those around you. Those are the true characteristics of success. Embrace that success. Be proud of who you are and the contributions you made to your entire class and the school community. Each of you here today has impacted the lives of so many in so many different ways that you may not have even known. As your proud principal, I can assure that you made me better day in and day out. Take those successes and make a positive impact on the world. Whether you're going to college, the military, or the workforce, this world needs people like you. The world needs people that are compassionate, hardworking, and have the determination to make all of those around them better. That is the class of 2021. So as you continue on your journey to change the world, do so by acknowledging, respecting, and celebrating our differences. Take the opportunity to find out more about what you have in common with someone instead of focusing on what separates you. Find your voice and learn to use it. Speak, express, and let yourself be heard, but also take the time to listen and hear what others are saying. Try to understand another person's point of view, especially if it is different than yours. Always be kind and try to live with an open heart and an open mind. The class of 2021 will always hold a special place in my heart as I've seen many of you grow through elementary school and develop into the amazing young adults that you are today. I am excited to celebrate your successes and to watch you flourish as you transition into the next chapter of your lives. Continue to inspire. Inspire yourself, your family, your friends, and your world. Live life to your fullest, but do not forget the 3 Ps. Be positive, productive, and polite. Once a dragon, always a dragon. Will the members of the Warren County Board of Education, Superintendent Clayton, and the members of the 2021 senior class please stand? It is my pleasure and honor to present to Superintendent Clayton and the Warren County Board of Education the Warren Central High School class of 2021. I certify to you that each of these individuals has completed all requirements of the Kentucky State Board of Education, the Warren County Board of Education, and Warren Central High School. I recommend to you that each student be presented with their diploma certifying this accomplishment. Thank you. You may be seated.
Row 1, please stand and come forward. Tavion Brown. Janaya Roby. Elenis Acevedo Alicia. Jaden Adams. Gabrielle Aguilar. Asmina Ahmedovich. Anthony Alaman. Jocelyn Alfaro. Brian Alfaro Lobos. Abdelkader Amira. Jason Angel Maravilla. Sante Anthony. Samaris Aponte. Jaden Amor. Ted Ong. Fatia Aways. Row 1, please be seated. Row 2, please stand and come forward. Zaquan Bailey. Katie Barber. Leah Barnett. Chastity Bakes. Hunter Beltran. Christian Bizat. Yaya Bojang. Leslie Brain. Chanel Brookins. Caitlin Ryan. Yakub Burrell. Dominic Birch. Bethany Burgett. Levi Burns. Shelby Burton. Dylan Cardillo. Row 2, please be seated. Row 3, please stand and come forward. Haley Cardwell. Rayshawn Carruthers. Jace Carver. Taylor Cottle. Kaylin Corbin. Autumn Compton. Alyssa Connor. Ashley Covington. Noah Crow. Nazra Dahir. Nevaeh Dale. Colin Daniel. Vincent Daniel. Roosbel DeLeon Morales. Ahmed Delich. Adrian Diego. Roll 3, please be seated. Roll 4, please stand and come forward. Bailey Dunn. Machozi Ayale. Nida Espinoza. Jimmy Estrada Maravilli. Austin Forrest. Betsy Flores. Malaysia Fox. Preston Franklin. Jonathan Frey. Brian Frobe. Nicholas Prusher. Jack Fuston. Keenan Gagulich. Harley Galloway. Kaylin Garrett. Xavier Garrett. Row 4, please be seated. Row 5, please stand and come forward.
Nathan Galicki. Edna Gorak. Ashton Graham. Keelan Green. Jaden Grubb. Jordan Hazel. Justin Henderson. Matthew Henderson. Madison Hernandez. Kayla Hetler. DeTravius Hibbett. Enrique Inahosa. Kyla Hopper. Pa Sir. Alexis Huseman. Amra Husainovich. Row 5, please be seated. Row 6, please stand and come forward. Brandy Ives. Alexander Jameson. Malachi Jefferson. Myalicia Jennings. Jeremy Emmanuel. Umar Karasheyev. Haley Kitchen. Savannah Kuhn. Mikhail Lattimore. Jamie Lale. Tristan Lentz. Ethan Levinson. Leonie Lewis. Dow Leanne. Nay Lynn. Dakota Lindsay. Row 6, please be seated. Row 7, please stand and come forward. India Lockett. Adam Logston. JC Lovos. Esther Loon. Joshua Macedo. Tiba Mahmood. Beatrice Malinga. Edward Martin. Kennedy McFadden. Celia McIntosh. Robert McQuiller. Ko May. Ilma Mamedovich. Barish McCreedsy. Kevin Mendez. Penny Mendez. Row 7, please be seated. Row 8, please stand and come forward. Libni Mendoza. Gerson Miranda. Mary Ann Muhammad. Madison Montgomery. Carson Mooneyhan. Connor Morris. Eli Morris. Tyler Morton. Brian Moyers. Amaya Nally. Leo Dikimon. Haley Neal. Alan Nezich. Kabosha Ngoy. Chloe Norman. Eric Zorabala. Row 8, please be seated. Row 9, please stand and come forward.
Odila Sibamana. Kiasha Patterson. Kiki Paw. Tishi Paw. Nathan Phelps. T. Fung. Ashley Potter. Montana Price. Lakin Pritchard. Chloe Proctor. Kaylee Proctor. Zoe Pui. Chioma Ragland. Tobian Ragland. Susan Ramirez. Kylie Ray. Row 9, please be seated. Row 10, please stand. Come forward. Bo Ray. Poe Ray. Dalen Rigsby. Malachi Riley. Jeremy Rivas. Josue Rivas. Kayla Roberts. Luis Rodriguez. Stephanie Saavedra. Dimitri Salvador. Guadalupe Sanchez Hernandez. Sanella Saranovich. Shika Sawant. Ekabru Pa Shi. Damian Short. Row 10, please be seated. Row 11 and 12, please stand and come forward. Jerry Smith. Ma So. Nay So. Kelsey Sprouse. Cade Stevens. Ashley Taylor. Quentin Thompson. Jada Tooley. Win Tun. Ishmarai Valdivia. Ricardo Velasquez Vasquez. Shu Hua. Billy Walker. JJ Wells. Christopher Wetteroo. Aaliyah Whitfield. Takaya Whitfield. Jackson Williams. Tiffany Williams. Megan Wiley. Russell Yates. Rows 11 and 12, please be seated. Please welcome to the podium senior class member, Miss Autumn Compton, to share a few words with you.
Thank you, guys. Okay, thank you. When you're all young, all you can think about is growing up, right? All of the limitations you have and the things you wish you could do right now. Driving, staying up late, and doing things by yourself. You idolize those older than you, your siblings, upperclassmen, teachers, parents, the list goes on. You look at them and think, wow, that's what I want to be. I want to be just like them. Then there's a day that comes along and you look in the mirror and realize that all of those moments your parents had once lectured you about, talking about how time will fly by and to enjoy it while it lasts, have done just that. They've flown by. You're now in the shoes of those that you looked up upon. Those older siblings, mothers, and fathers, you've begun your journey to where you want to be, following the footsteps of those before you. Looking back on our past 2 years, it's easy to be pessimistic, but I believe that pessimism is not the lens to choose. Our class of 2021 has not only survived a global pandemic, but conquered it. We took the uncharted waters of online learning and non-traditional school days head on and made the best of our situation. If collectively that's something we can accomplish, then what's stopping us from our road ahead? Whether it be going away for college, enlisting in the military, jumping straight into the workforce, or even staying home, we can take on any obstacle that comes our way. So I challenge you, my friends, classmates, and peers, to stray away from pessimism, for that is too easy for us to choose in this time. I challenge you to wake up and choose to look at yourself, your past, present, and future through a kaleidoscope, and truly recognize the beauty of it all. Recognize that this is not only the ending of a chapter out of our much more grand adventure. As Edward Koch once said, the fireworks begin today. Each diploma is a lighted match. Each one of you is a fuse. Show the world the drive and the fire that burns inside of us, Warren Central Dragons. Here's to the many laughs we shared, the struggles we faced, the experiences we gathered, to the lifelong bonds we formed, memories we made, the moments we captured. Here's to the class of 2021. We can be unstoppable. Will the senior choir members please come forward and prepare to lead everyone in the singing of the Alpha Mater. Thank you.
Thank you, Autumn. At this time, will the members of the graduating class of 2021 please stand? You may move your tassel from the right to the left. Audience, I would like to direct your attention to the 6th page of the program where you will find the words to our alma mater. Please stand and join the class of 2021 in singing the alma mater.
My bad.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You are now graduates of Warren Central High School. You may now toss your cap. Just a reminder, family and friends, you may meet your graduate outside of Diddle Arena. We're going to keep the floor clear. Thank you and have a safe trip home. Go Dragons! Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Appreciate y'all.
Great job. Thank you.